assertively, don't vote yes on this proposition. He hears it on the phone, he hears it through his fax machine, he hears it, do they still use fax machines?
Yeah.
Email, he hears it in his district office, he hears it in his national office, and he hears it from a large host of voices. Not the same guy over and over. So that's why recruitment becomes very important. But he gets this constant patter of a broken record. If they dare to have a town hall meeting and actually be in the presence of their constituents, which they are decreasingly willing to do, then you should have, I've always said, you let me have 5 out of the first 10 people that gets to the mic, and I will control the topic of discussion for the night. Because most people in a town hall meeting have a question, but they really don't know what the question is. But the first 5 well-mannered and assertive people that pose that question in a manner that makes it, say, provocative to the rest of the audience, are going to set the tone. This is what we're going to talk about the rest of the night. And but again, I can't. Don't ever let your congressman or the office holder. Don't let him ever ration himself in the position of being the victim. Well, they were unkind to me, therefore I can do anything I want. So be assertive, be quiet, be that broken record that just won't go away. And use every media you can to get the message in. I had this experience one time with George Miller, one of those most militant guys in the House. We had the broken record going from all over the country into every congressional district. I went before the Rules Committee. And the Democrats were furious with me and did not want me to have my amendment to take on the floor. Joe Moakley from Massachusetts, a wonderful old man, said, he said, if we give you this amendment, will our phone stop ringing? and I said, yes. He said, well, the chairman says he can fix it with a manager's amendment. I said, you've got a whole nation full of people who have an expectation that there's going to be a vote on the Army amendment. If they don't see that, they're not going to quit calling. Joe got it. We had that amendment. I had 1 no vote. And I had the rare experience of people coming through the door and saying, never mind what it is, just tell me what Army wants. Because that would be what would shut off the phone call, see? And so again, and I don't remember anybody having a chance to say, well, people called me up and they were so mean. You see, as soon as they can be that whiny little victim, they're off the hook. I don't have to do what they want because they're not nice people. You got to remember, politicians are inconvenience minimizers, and they're not people of great courage. And rarely are they people of great conviction. So again, let me just recommend that broken record. And again, like I say, assertively and with an even disposition. That's what drives them nuts.
Congressman? How are you, sir? My name is Chris Murray. I hear you. I have one question I have tactically. In addition to pursuing the media, do the politicians respond to poll results? And is it in our interest or in Freedom Works' interest to kind of create a ostensibly independent polling organization that because I don't see poll results now that specifically expose, if you will, Himes's relative unpopularity relative to 3 months ago, or Murphy's for that matter. I think this would be a great tool for us to try to explore development.
First of all, pick it up. This is what we saw in the New York 23rd. And that's why the Conservative Party candidate, he grew so fast in the polls that the liberal Republican that was nominated by the party understood, I'm losing this. But it was because grassroots activists all over the North Country asserted themselves, and the pollsters, when they made their calls, they picked it up. That's why, again, recruitment becomes so important.
Well, how can we influence, for example, Quinnipiac, just up the street, to kind of routinely do these polls to capture this?
Again, they're not going. The most the most compelling voice that a member of Congress, I think any office holder at any level, hears is somebody who votes in my district. In the end, no matter how much money they get, no matter how much expert advice they get, no much on media, it's all designed to get that person's vote. And you can inherit, there was always a group that I always called the Bedwetters Caucus. And their vote always went to the people they feared the most. Well, liberals have the unions, the NEA, you know, and so forth. So let it be us. But again, we need to do it in an assertive, as it were, ever-present way. The pollsters, the first thing I ask when they give me a poll result, who paid for the poll? So let the professionals out there, paid for by the local college or university or whomever, let them find you. And I think that that is right. One thing you might have noticed, when President Clinton came into the Senate Democrat caucus to sell them on the need to take this House bill and move it fast now, the first thing he encountered was a fearful senator who said, "Mr. President, I'm scared to death of what these Tea Party activists will do to me. I vote for this." And so this was a person who knows the presence of grassroots activism. This has become the generic name that they use for all of us. And we know different, but that's part of the magic. Just keep them guessing. But no, I don't think, first of all, polling is a very expensive proposition. Our financial resources are de minimis. It's far better we use that than maybe get a group of activists together and take the 10 or 15 bucks we got and go buy some donuts. Feed your troops and they'll stay on the job longer.
Yeah.